All right, so just going over ES, crude, and gold. So for crude, it was very straightforward in that you already see that the market is on buys and they had a pretty strong breakout. So rally, pullback, reaccumulated right here, and bang, breakout. Now waiting for the pullback. It hit the pullback to around the 81.50. When it went to 81.50, right, and then it had this move, this break right here. So all day pullbacks all day after that, because it basically reaccumulated. This reaccumulation breakout right there. Now it's not just reaccumulation breakout. It's because the market is on buys, pulls back to a level, reaccumulates, breakout, white box, white box, white box. That's aggressive buying, meaning buyers are taking out the overhead supply, and had a very nice deep pullback. From a wave chart perspective, I'll show you where how it looked on the wave chart perspective. Market going down, 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 down. Buyers entered right here. 10,000 contracts. I think it was 10,000. Anyway, hold on. So they got 10,000 contracts right here. Pulled back on 5, went high, and made a higher high. So, sometimes you just have to wait for the pullback. And I didn't like the volume here, so I'm waiting for the supply to dry up. And then what happened was it had a spring. So what I wanted to point out is that most of y'all, you learn climax and then automatic rally, or climax and then change of behavior, or climax and then sign of strength. But realistically speaking, that is usually what happens. But you can also have a climax after, meaning this is the sign of strength, right? The climax is this heavy wave volume down. That's the climax. Okay, so I guess if you don't think this is the change of behavior or a sign of strength, I mean, it's 10,000 contracts. Obviously, it's a sign of strength. The climax here came after the sign of strength. It usually comes before, but a lot of times with gold and crude, it can come after. And that's because it's a shakeout maneuver. So the heavy volume that you see right here is a climactic action, and the buying occurred before that. The accumulation occurred before that, and they basically sprung the low, did a shakeout from where, retest, 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 and then go up. Then you had a pullback, and now it's going up. So it's on buys. We have a buy, you had the pullback, and you have the entry. So this is the type of trade I like, because again, it's on buys, pull back to the level, reaccumulate, buys again, pull back to test, gives you a wonderful entry, and you can get it. So this is because you're trading with trend, you're trading with accumulation, all of that, and it's the strongest market. It's the first or second strongest market with the most relative strength. So there is clear-cut edge in this market. It's crude. Okay, I'm going to show the other market here. This was on sells, but there was so much buying here that I felt like this is going to change direction. And then basically you had some Fed speaker speaking today at it was like 7:30, no, 8:30, 7 or 8:30. So I thought maybe the covering could cause a change, and it did, because if you see what happened right there is the the ding 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 right there. This is your change of behavior. Of like 30, I think 3,100, or 1 second, let me check. So 3,100 contracts on this rally. I knew something was going on because they're covering before the speaker speaks, right? No one wants to be short. So what happened after that, you had 1, 2, 3, volume dried up right here. Volume dried up right here. So you have buyers, and then again, like I explained, sometimes climax, sometimes, it'll take out the sign of strength low or the change of behavior low and spring it. This also happens in all markets. It happens in ES, all of that. So what you're seeing here is that you're buying initiated, tap, tap right here, springs the low, and tap, springs again this low, and then skyrockets. But for some reason, this went and took out the lows and did all of that. So I don't know. Usually, if it goes up that high, it takes out all these highs, it continues. But in this case, it took out the low right after that. And now we'll see what happens. But I mean, that's what happens sometimes. I think it's because there's no clear-cut uptrend in the market. Its market is still within that internal downtrend, where you have sells, and you're not on buys. So this is what happens. Like, this type of move could be a counter trend move. Okay, so if it's a counter trend move, I've already explained, problem with counter trend is the fucking risk reward is all messed up. And you get little reward. I mean, you only get this one wave. But if you're trading with trend, you get like 3-5 waves. So anyway, so what are the point here? The point here is that the first thing I was looking at was this level right here. Why was I looking at it? It's the 87 print. That print is too high. That print is very high. So when the market came back to test that area, I said, you know what? Let me see if there's any change of behaviors. It was there. It was there. Tap, tap, low volume means what? Selling has dried up. Now, possible springboard situation into markup. That's what happened. But there was a small trend or a counter trend, and that was because it's on sells on the higher time frames. Okay. Now here's the situation. You have all of this going on. I think there might be a turn, meaning the trend of the market might be changing here from downtrend to uptrend. So we'll check, because if I'm right, this level across this area is accumulation. This is just where it started. That here might be the right hand side. So I have if it starts marking up, it's going to give good opportunities on the long side. This may be the turning point day on the daily to go higher. So what does that mean? It means you better watch your shorts. So we'll see if this market goes on buys, and then start trading buys. All right, so that's what I'm looking for. Let's just take a look at the ES. The ES went into this level, right? This was an important level. I already showed why I had this marked. On Friday, it was giving breakouts and on buys. But at the end of the day, they slammed everybody and took them all out. Okay? So what I'm seeing is whether this is a shakeout or a spring, or is this continuing down to 44.60? I don't know. But I'm looking for this to go back on buys. If it goes back on buys, we might have a reversal. And if we have a reversal, it's going to set up trades to the long side. Why I say that, let me take a look at this. That's the high. Perfect test. It's a perfect test of the high and where you're going to get the reversal. And now there's a base build. Damn thing had a spring. What are you going to do about that? Nothing. But that may be the spring before the right-hand side, the low volume and all that, and then break out into mark up. So I'll be looking for that, right? See, you can see the buying activity. See? That shit was right there, the selling wave. Where was the springboard in all of this? In my opinion, I can't really see it over here. But this 90 coupled with that, this area right here with the 16 and the reversal here, that's a Q. But it's saying that supply is done, right? But the only problem is the damn thing is not on buys yet, so I can't mess with it. I don't want to counter trend, but we'll see. Wait until it gets back on buys, where you know the movement is clear, and then base breakout right there, boom. Even here, you had this, and bang, right there. This is a base, this is a break. And damn, there's a lot of volume right there. Yeah. All right, folks, take care. Have a good day. Bye.